Next we had our first tool, which is the bat, and we're going to do the wind and time ba-boom hip drill, where we're going to use the bat across our waist. And this is going to give us the feeling of when our hips open and explode, that the rear hip is driving the bat head forward into the ball. And also it lets us take the proper angle of attack so that when we open up, we can visualize the bat head going at the proper angle at wherever we want to hit the ball. Now, there's going to be adjustments to the swing itself, but we always want to get in that position to where we're driving the bat head at an up angle so that we don't come forward and lunge, and it prevents us from doing that, and that we also keep our upper body at the proper angle. This enables us to rotate tightly and powerfully against the front brace leg. Aside from the bat on the hip drill, now that we've added a bat to our drills, we don't want to take a full swing unless we're actually hitting a ball or hitting some kind of resistance object. The reason for that is, first of all, we want to understand that there's a point of contact earlier in the swing. It's not way out here, it's back in the swing. We want to have a concrete point of contact, something to strike that's right here back earlier in our swing. And secondly, we don't want to take a full swing without resistance, because as we come through without getting any kind of resistance, like hitting a ball or another resistance object, we unnaturally have to slow down our swing at the end, and that messes up our entire swing mechanics. Understand that when you hit an object with a full swing, you transfer the energy from the bat head into that object, and then you finish with a nice, relaxed, smooth motion. So to do the wind and time ba-boom hip drill, with the bat, we just do it simply the same as before, except we grab our fist like this around the bat, we put it right tight to our hip points, tying the upper body and lower body together, and we just do it like we did before. Wind, wind, ba-boom. Wind, ba-boom. This drill is great because it's one of the few ones that you can do full speed without the resistance of hitting something. And notice the tempo of the swing. The wind and time is slow, wind, and as we move into the ba and the boom, we get up to 100%, and that's where the real rotational power comes into play. Wind, ba-boom. You can monitor that you've done this correctly by taking the bat, putting it on the top of your ankle, and it should be straight coming up to your hip, which means that you haven't come forward over the front brace leg and you're in the proper body angle, all the way up to the top. One of the best tools that we can use is the batting tee, and that allows us to practice by ourselves. We can either hit outside into an open field, or we can use it inside and hit into a net. Any of the drills that we did without equipment previously, we can do with a bat off the tee now, such as the lead arm swing drill, the top hand swing drill, and we can also use it to hit backside, and also use it to hit the top of the ball to get top spin, and also the bottom of the ball to get bottom spin. The tee allows us to use the tempo of slow with the wind and time and get faster into the explosion of the boom part of the swing. The only thing it doesn't give us is the actual timing aspect of live pitching. You want to get that feeling that the rotation of the hips is bringing the bat head around into the ball, not a lunging motion or a reaching out at the ball, but your hips winding and unwinding with the proper body angle is what's bringing your bat head with all that power and bat speed through the ball. We focused on the lead arm and also the top hand earlier without the bat. Now we can easily transition into hitting it off a tee using the bat and still focusing on either the lead arm swing drill or the top hand swing drill. Wind. Now the top hand swing drill. Wind. Understanding that the top arm along with the top hand deliver a lot of the power of the oversnap, along with being a guide to give us the proper angle into the ball, we can use the top hand swing drill to hit either the top half or the bottom half of the ball, creating that top spin or underspin, whichever we desire. I'll go underspin. Wind. Now top spin. Wind. Do 3 sets of 5 of each, the lead arm swing drill and also the top hand swing drill, then put it all together and allow that top arm and top hand to guide the proper angle of the swing and also to deliver that blow of the oversnap. Wind. You really want to have one focus off the tee once you bring the swing all together. Your main focus is to push and extend as fast as you can the top arm and the top hand right through the part of the ball that you want to attack. 1. I'm going to move up in the box and do a top spin backside. 1. Underspin. 1. You've all seen Barry Bonds take the very same swing on a low knee-high to thigh-high pitch as he does on a waist-high to chest-high pitch and still hit the ball out of the park. That's because he still winds and times, gets to this point here, and instead of staying more vertical and over-snapping at a pitch that's chest-high, we want to use the term that we're using is tilt, in which we tilt our upper body, changing the plane of attack into where we can still over snap up through the ball, no matter if the pitch is waist high or even down to knee high. So when I get to this point here, I see the pitch is knee high or waist high, I tilt myself, and that still allows me to over snap into the ball, and I can still hit a rising fly ball. Now I'm gonna tilt. 1, pitch which is lower out of my zone, but I can still get good power on it because of the tilt. 1. Just like on a chest-high pitch, we want our swing angle to be level to slightly up when we over-snap into the ball. So when I get a lower pitch like this, I still want to use the same mechanics. I'm just using the tilt of my upper body to change the swing plan. 1. Now from this angle, watch how vertical my body is on a chest-high pitch as I unwind and over-snap. I'm right here. Now if I want to hit a pitch that's any lower than that, the only way that I can do that is by tilting my upper body. So I get to this point here, I see the pitch is waist high or lower, in this case knee high. I tilt my upper body, and then I still over snap at a level or slightly up angle through the ball, and I can still get good power. The great part about soft toss is that all you need is a hanging net and a partner, and unlike hitting off of a tee, it adds that timing aspect into the drill, which you can use your wind and time and practice that. When doing this drill, we want to keep our body angle back, as well as when our hips open, we want to make contact with the ball and drive it up into the net. This drill really promotes good hip rotation, as well as setting a good body angle and angle with your hips to get up through the ball. One thing about this drill is that there's not a lot of room for adjustment with your swing. So you got to make sure that the pitcher gets the ball right there at that hip level so you can make good contact with the bat head. This drill adds a timing aspect that hitting off a tee doesn't, and it also gives you the feeling that you can wind in time and then your hips are exploding and actually exploding the bat head into the ball. And the important part is that there's not a lot of adjustment that you can do in the swing, so it's important that your partner lays the pitch in there right at that waist high level so that you can make good contact every time. Our hips rotate open and drive at an up angle. Therefore, we should be able to hit the ball and drive it up at the same angle our hips open. This is one of the harder drills to do, but it really helps you work on your timing and also your explosion and rotating open of the hips. We can add the element of timing, which hitting off the tee doesn't have, by using soft toss and using our lead arm swing drill. If I start turning my forearm early, the wrist will hinge properly, and that'll bring my bat head around into the over snap. Once again, what I like about soft toss is that it gives you that timing element that you don't get when you're practicing off the tee. This is really a great drill because it ties your top hand, your rear shoulder, and your rear hip together as you push and extend the top hand and explode through the ball. You can really feel the tying of everything together and the force of the rear hip driving the bat head. It's really important for your pitcher to give you practice hitting all kinds of different types of pitches, so a low pitch, outside, inside, or a high pitch, and you can also use that as an opportunity to aim for the lower half as well as the top half of the ball. I'm going to try and hit the top of the ball to get top spin on it. Now I'm going to hit a ball with underspin. You can see that using the top hand as a push and as a guide, that it can be very accurate. Now I join the lead arm and the top arm together, and I take my normal swing using soft toss. pitching partner for some waist-high pitches so I can hit some balls with topspin and keep them down. The beauty of this swing is that you can go from hitting topspin to underspin with great accuracy, all because of the great tie-in that your rear hip, rear shoulder, and top arm have. Top arm swing drill. Now I'm either going to yell out topspin or underspin. Topspin. Topspin. Underspin. Underspin. I'm going to move my pitching partner back so that I can go backside. Make sure you work on some lower pitches as well as the high pitches.
Thank you, Bret. The drills will be listed on the inside cover of this DVD so you can easily reference them and build your program. It's imperative that you set up a daily drill program so you not only build good muscle memory, but work on strengthening and building flexibility on these muscles. Success comes from doing the drills more frequently and of shorter duration, say 3 sets of 5 to 10. Just get in the habit of doing them throughout the day and getting a feel for the motions. Use them as a warm-up for all sports activity. Building the crucial muscle memory is a slow process, but will be the key to your long-term success. Remember to do a small percentage of the same drills from the opposite side. Setting up this program is the difference between wanting to excel and willing yourself to excel. To finish this section, we're going to introduce specialized swing drills and supplemental equipment that will enhance the drills and help you correct specific stubborn swing flaws that need isolated attention. We introduce some clever equipment that we have invented and you can easily make yourself. From a legal standpoint, these have not been safety tested, so use caution on anything you may try to manufacture. You're doing so at your own risk, and so use discretion. When doing the daily drills without tools, we lose the feeling of resistance. That comes from the weight of the bat. So to give a more realistic feel, we simply took a bat handle, cut it off, drilled a hole through the knob, added a rope and bungee cords. Thus the birth of the Bungee bat. We added enough long bungee cords for a full range of motion and taped the hooks, so they stay connected. You can see how Destiny does her daily drills more effectively, using a measure of resistance. The bungees allow full motion and help keep you from lunging, giving a more realistic feel when doing the bat on the hip, lead arm, top arm, and the full swing drill. Simply move ahead or back to get the best feel of resistance and motion. Throw this in the bat bag, car, or office to enhance a good drill session and to use as an on-deck warm-up. We have always liked the guide rope. This has been used in our other videos and is easy to make. Simply cut a piece of heavy rope and add bungee cords on each end. This promotes good extension and a straight line bat head path, following the arc of the swing, thus keeping the bat head from dipping. Add a tee and put the ball at the rope level. And for pitches waist high and below, it helps cut down a looping golf swing and develops a good bat path to extension. Set anchors so the guide rope can be used at knee, waist, and chest levels. On higher pitches, you may have to swing under the rope. Also, the guide rope is an excellent tool for setting up an angle for the bat on the hip drill. One of Bogey's favorites is the slide tube. When we cut a short piece of PVC pipe and smooth the ends and add this to our guide rope, we now have a tool we call the slide tube. Add an extra bungee cord to the end and make the rope longer so you have room to adjust the length. This enhances the daily drills by giving resistance and providing a great simulation of the actual swing mechanics. It provides a tremendously satisfying feeling of the hip snapping open and the strong extension and oversnap. Visualize and snap the bat head to impact with the ball. Thus, a concrete point of contact is established and ingrained. You can change the height of the slide tube rope and visualize hitting thigh, waist, or chest-high pitches. And you can move your point of contact so you can hit outside or inside pitches to change the plan of attack. With some mental visualization, this is a great tool.
If you don't have a hitting stick, this is probably the next best thing you can do before a game, because it really gives you the good feel of what you're actually doing in your swing, and it gives you a little bit of resistance so you can feel your hips opening up and you can feel that oversnap as you come through to the point of contact.
A product we sell off our website for $25 is the Zip and Hit Pro. This is a great product, which is designed to be used for fast pitch and baseball live BP simulation. We simply anchor the end securely and use it to do all the basic drills. It provides resistance and allows us to take full swings with resistance when a tee is not an option. It works all the base drills quite nicely, combining resistance with a guide rope, allowing swings with a normal bat. The Pro handheld hitting stick is a great way to warm up on the field before games. It gives you the ability to hit something solid, finding your good point of contact, and simply warming up those sore shoulder and back muscles. This is available through our website as well. It's portable and can be carried in a bat bag. The Mule bag is one of the most economical, durable, and versatile pieces of equipment we use. It allows you to work on the concrete point of impact with an object that allows a full swing.
One of the greatest pieces of equipment in developing a great point of contact is the Mule bag by Mule. We want to adjust the position of the bag so that it's in the proper point of attack. So understand that on a chest-high pitch, we want to move our stance up so that when we're opening up at the point of contact, it's farther back in our swing so that we don't reach out for it or so that we don't get jammed back. We want it to be right at that proper point of contact. We want to concentrate on hitting into the ball and breaking it like it's made of glass. So therefore we want to maximize all of our power at the point of contact and just allowing our follow-through to happen naturally.
This can be mounted on a fence or vehicle hitch for pre-game warm-up and strength conditioning. It's a clever design and an awesome piece of training equipment from Mule. Mule has such an assortment of training devices, it's well worth a look on their website. We really like the combination of the Mule power balls and brush top tee. The unique brush top is durable and easily holds the 1 pound 20-inch poly balls. Since they're smaller than a volleyball or basketball, they must be struck more precisely, and the principles of hitting the middle top and middle to bottom are easily understood through the feedback they provide. Resistance and strength training are maximized as the hitter is forced to use the hips and lower body as efficiently as possible to minimize the slowdown of the bat head through impact. We find them fun to hit with a very satisfying feeling of a good blast of the ball. Bob and the gang at evilsports.com have really come out with a great BP ball to complement their entire line of high-quality softballs. The Evil BP ball is designed to give you thousands of game-quality BP swings without damaging your composite bats. The two-color cover allows you to hone your hitting skills even more by being able to monitor ball spin. Pitchers can also benefit by using this ball to practice knuckleballs and different types of spin because of the spin monitoring ability. The ball has very good performance and is awesome to hit.